Every time you go to File and go to New Level and choose Basic, we got all these lights here. I will explain what each light do, why it's important, and this is very important to know because the light is 80% of the atmosphere of any game or any movie. And I also prepared a PDF guide that you can download and have it handy, where everything is explained in detail and you have these nice little graphics that will help you out understand things. It's completely normal to feel a bit overwhelmed by all the different items in a new project, but the default lighting setup is actually a fantastic starting point. Unreal Engine uses a combination of different actors, as you can see on the right side. They work together to create realistic outdoor lighting. So here is a beginner-friendly breakdown of what each of those lighting and environment item does. We have the core lights and the atmosphere and environment. So let's go with the core directional light. Before I will explain, let's go and add one shape. It will be cube because it's great to show the shadows. So the directional light, this one over here, this is our world sun. So it acts as a massive light source located infinitely far away, shining light in one specific direction across your entire level. If you want to change the light, you can see it right there. Ctrl+L on your keyboard, and now you can move it around. This is what is creating the bright highlight on the front of your cube and casting that sharp dark shadow directly behind it. You can see on this graphic that our sun is a massive distant light source. It casts in single specific direction, shines across light rays and shines across entire level uniformly. If we turn it off, everything is gone. So this is the most important light in your level. When I turn off and on, you can see how slowly the light comes to existence. This is because of the exposure, and if you want to remove this, and you want to remove this when you are working with your lights, I'll explain this in this video over here, how to turn this off. And now let's move to the sky light, or the ambient light. So in the real world, shadows are rarely pitch black because the sky itself scatters and bounces light back down into dark areas. So the skylight does exactly this in your game. It captures the colors of your sky and clouds and wraps that soft ambient light around your objects, filling in the shadows so they are not completely dark. So if I turn off the skylight, it doesn't look good. You can see the shadows are sharp, and if I turn it on, you can see that the shadows are now smooth and the whole level looks much more better. So the skylight fills in the shadows and wraps soft ambient light around the objects and prevents those pitch black areas. If I turn it off, you can see pitch black shadow. Next, we have the atmosphere and the environment. These items don't cast light themselves, but they create the sky and react to your lights to make the world look realistic. So we have the first is a sky atmosphere. It's over here. If I turn it off, you can see it looks like we are on the surface of the moon. So this is the sky atmosphere, and it's very important because this creates the actual sky, you can see. So this is a blue gradient above your floor, and it physically simulates how light scatters through the planet's atmosphere. The coolest part about it is that it's linked to your directional light. So if you rotate your directional light to point it horizontally, the sky atmosphere would automatically change colors to create a realistic sunset. I showed you earlier, Ctrl+L, and now if we move a little bit down, we can create a nice looking sunset. And if we go below the floor, it's getting dark and you have nice, really nice atmosphere. We have Volumetric Cloud, and these are the fluffy 3D clouds you can see floating in the sky. Because they are volumetric, as you can see in the title, Volumetric Cloud, this means that they have actual 3D depth, rather than just being a flat picture. So they react to your directional light also. So the sun will realistically light up the edges of the clouds and cast shadows through them. So if we move our light against with Ctrl+L, you can see a little shadows on our clouds. And if I go around our level, you can see the clouds, and this adds another level of realism to your project, to your game, or to your movie. So without this volumetric cloud, we can turn it off. As you can see, you can turn clouds very quickly on and off. Without those volumetric clouds, if we put just images, it will be static, flat picture, no internal depth, simple directional light, clouds do not react or block light, and so on. But with all these volumetric clouds, we get this level of realism that looks really, really nice. And we move to the exponential height fog, a very, very important thing. If I turn it off, you can see everything looks really, really, really bad. So if I turn it on, it gives a really, really nice layer of fog to your level that is thicker at the ground, the floor, and gradually thins out as it goes higher up in the sky. You can see this up close, but it's crucial for creating a sense of distance and depth, and it helps blend the edge of your floor smoothly into the horizon. So you can see the importance of all these lights. If I, for example, turn off directional, everything is gone. If I turn exponential high fog, looks bad. If I turn off the sky atmosphere, really bad. If I turn out the skylight, the shadows are broken. If I turn off the volumetric cloud, it's okay. It's just an addition. Sometimes you want them, sometimes you don't, but they actually looks really nice. Now, if you have a blank level, for example, if you go to the file new level and choose empty level, we don't have any light. So the best way to add light is not to go here and add lights, this light, so on and so on. We want to go to window and we go to the environment light mixer. Click it and you can see lights over here. So create skylight, create directional light, sky atmosphere, volumetric cloud, and create height fog. And just like that, we have our lights set up in a few clicks. And this is it from this video. If you find this video helpful, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more lighting tutorials. And also don't forget to download your PDF. You can have it handy to learn these things, because I think if you are making any game or movie or anything in Unreal Engine 5, you just need to know about these lights, and it will dramatically increase the quality of your renders, your games, and so on. So stay safe, see you in the next video.